of the things that they're working on changing is what is the definition of a crime survivor? Who's defined as a crime survivor? Kind of change that definition around a little bit, because let's say you pass right now, right? And you have a child, but you're not married to that young lady, but you have a child with that young lady. But if your mother applies for a victim's comp, it's kind of, your daughter's mom would have to go through hoops to try to get assistance for your child.
Because they weren't married.
Right. Or I have a young man that he, unfortunately, he was killed when his baby was only 1 month old in North. And because the baby was a month old, they are giving the mother problems with victim assistance because he hasn't established paternity. Yeah.
What in the world? What kind of crap is that?
Everything that we've been trying to do with this, it's all connected. So that's why I wanted you to come, because we keep telling people over and over again about the importance, one, of being married. You know what I'm saying? Of being married, so when stuff does happen, you're covered. You know what I mean? And the moral reasons behind it too, but that's a big reason. The other thing, the importance of therapy.
Yeah, you know there's such a bad stigma on therapy.
Yeah, especially
in our young black men, and they are the ones that are mostly affected with mental illness.
Yeah,
we are the statistics is outrageous. Like right now, actually, I'm working on like a digitally assisted app. I guess I'll just leave it there to help with reaching more of our youth with therapy and things of that nature, because they don't want to go sit in a room, and a lot of young men, they don't want to talk, but they'll text, like my nephew, when my nephew was killed, Kayvon, in October of 2016, October 30th, he was killed on his little brother's birthday. And Kyrell is so angry. He's so mad right now. And he's still upset. But he refuses to talk to anyone. He doesn't like going outside. So I said to him, I said, well, if Aunt Kelly can get something that, when you're having a bad day, or somebody that you can text and talk to, would you talk to them? Just to be able to express and not hold in what you're feeling, because what he does is he bottles everything up. He's really quiet, and then he explodes, So I said, well, how about if I can help find a way that you can talk to someone and learn how to articulate your feelings and how to, process them, to be able to speak about them and not be so angry. And get your point across. Because I said, I know you got a lot to say, baby. These babies got so much on their plates. And it's like, these young men, they watch their moms going through so much. You know what I mean? Moms at the dinner table crying every night. You know what I mean? Listening to music. Drinking. Smoking. Just to cope with the death of their older brother. So, when they going through something, they don't want to go put that on mom. Yeah. You understand? And dad ain't around. You feel me? Dad in the next town over with the next baby mom and those kids.
Or jail.
You understand? Or jail. Or dad. Or addicted to a narcotic that overrides
everything.
Yeah. You feel me? So it's like these babies is just holding that in. And at what point, where do they don't have any help? A lot of this, they're moving off of emotion. A lot of things are done emotionally, not logically. Their frontal lobe doesn't even start connecting until they're 15. And that's that nerve that brings in logical thinking. And that's in all adolescents, male and female. So when that nerve that's developing from 15 to 25 is altered by trauma and then not treated, and then as they get 16, 17, they start drinking and smoking and taking pills, but that nerve is still developing. their logical thinking is now affected drastically.
Mm.
And the longer they ingest these chemicals, ingest these drugs or alcohol, those tendencies are permanently almost like sort of kind of embedded in their thought process.
That's a psychological.
You understand? Yeah. And depending on the depth, depending on how much alcohol, I guess, or how long they've been using marijuana or whatever pills, opioids that they're taking, because the opioid epidemic is taking, and heroin is taking over our babies. It's been taking over us since before they want to call it an epidemic. You know, it's an epidemic now, but it's been an epidemic since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. That's from what I remember. I could be wrong. But I remember my dad and my brother being in the home until about 84, 85. Yeah. And things started drastically changing. About 89, it was a wrap.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need the
crack.
You need some type of outlet to talk about this stuff. I have friends of mine who are like grown my age and younger, and they went through things as children in young adulthood, been to jail, and all of them is messed up. They would never admit it. Mm-hmm. But here's what I learned, right? Because when I would tell them, yo, man, you need to go talk to somebody, they'll refute, nah, I ain't doing that. That's that. But when we do this,
they'll come talk.
They'll come do this.
Absolutely. Because you look like them. They can, in their mind, this is a problem. You think they want people that can relate to them.
Okay. You saying they want people that been through the same thing.
Absolutely. Like I refer other mothers from my group, because I'm not a professional. You know, I have a professional that comes in, you know, to sit with our group, a licensed therapist. But we don't always have them available. So I tell them, you know, go and reach out to the places that are put on this list that they're given once they become crime survivors. Jewish Family Services or English Creek Family Services or wherever. There's like 3 or 4 places that we're referred to. None of them intimate. Most of them are offshore. But, you know, they'll call and they'll come. And they'll come back and say, Kelly, you're not coming back. And I go, why? Why not? Because they don't understand me. They can't relate to me. It's a shame that our people are kind of biased, but it's not our fault. You know, they go into a room with a Caucasian lady and they feel as though that Caucasian lady or man can't help them. Mm-hmm. Because they're not living their life. So how can they give them advice on what to do when they have not been through it themselves? Mm. So they'll rather come to me and ask me for advice. And I'm like, I can only tell you what I've been through. But what worked for me may not work for you. Yeah. You understand? Mm-hmm. So that's when I kind of started trying to find different things that, like yoga, music therapy, art therapy, writing, coloring. You know, something that can help someone just clear their mind just for the moment. You'd be surprised what 90 seconds of thinking about nothing can do for you. Mm-hmm. You understand? So if we can try to begin to get just to that little point, maybe we can start being able to have a little bit of open-mindedness to be open to change.
Yeah, you got to normalize it. And you got to start with, like young. You got to start with young children. And you know what I learned a lot too? Some of the avenues that we take for that, we go to the wrong route. You know what I mean? You go and talk to your pastor or something. And not that that's wrong. Sometimes your pastor or your man, they're not equipped.
Yeah, they're not qualified.
Right. Yeah, but we just assume they are, that they should be. Sometimes they are, but a lot of times they aren't. You know, and you just find yourself talking to random people. Like I got a friend of mine, and I mean, he literally just talked to random people, and it always come back like, yo, man, this dude, he always going through something, and he don't realize it. But when I tell him, like, yo, man, you go see a doctor, man, see a therapist, it's good for you. Nah, man, I don't do that.
But what can be therapy is you just calling them into a setting like this.
Yeah, and just sharing your story.
And just talking to them. That's